Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we're doing the dry skin version of an affordable skincare routine that's around $100. I actually think that this one is under $100, if I'm not mistaken. So last week I did an oily skincare routine that was around $100. I think it was like $103 or $105 for the whole routine, morning and evening. So for all my dry skin folks out there, this is for you. This is an affordable skincare routine, morning and night, to help with dryness and dehydration. So for your morning routine, it is really important to find a very, very gentle cleanser. Now, if you do have extremely dry skin, I do think that just splashing your face with some water in the morning is sufficient for cleansing. I don't think you necessarily have to go in with a specific cleanser to get a good cleanse, because if you have really, really dry skin, you know, incorporating a cleanser that has surfactants in it can dry your skin out even more, even if it has a very gentle surfactant in it. But if you are looking for a really great cleanser, a really nice, gentle one that's also very fun to use is from Rosen Skincare. This is their Super Smoothie Cleanser. So Rosen Skincare is actually a Black-owned brand, which is really cool, and I'm really happy to be supporting them because this product is such a standout product. I did order their Fade routine, which has a bunch of products in it that helps with hyperpigmentation. So this is the only one that I've tried out of the Fade routine so far, but so far so good. This is so nice. What I really like about this is that it is probably one of the most gentle cleansers I've ever used. It does not leave my skin feeling very stripped and very dry and very irritated. I do have that problem with a lot of cleansers where they just don't leave my skin feeling happy. They make my skin feel squeaky clean, which is never a good feeling to have on your skin. Also, from a textural standpoint, this is really fun to use because it has a very slight kind of grittiness to it because of the powders in here. So you do get a very slight, very gentle exfoliating effect, which I think is kind of nice. And also this rinses away cleanly, doesn't leave any sort of sticky residue or greasiness on your skin. It's just really great. So yeah, I've been really, really enjoying this. So for your morning cleanse, I do suggest checking out this one from Rosen Skincare. For a daytime serum, I do think that incorporating a little boost of hydration into your routine in the morning is a great way to help combat dryness throughout the day. There are two different serums that I want to recommend. One of them is quite affordable and the other one is still pretty affordable, but it's a little bit more expensive. So the really affordable one is The Ordinary's Hyaluronic Acid Serum. This is a cult favorite because hyaluronic acid has gotten so much fame in the last 5 years, I want to say. It's gotten really, really popular. Honestly, The Ordinary's Hyaluronic Acid Serum, I remember really liking it. I used it years ago when I was in university, and I do remember liking it, so I'm gonna recommend it because it's a really staple product. It's just very non-fussy, super simple. It's just hyaluronic acid and other hydrating ingredients. It just does exactly what it's supposed to do, just hydrate your skin. The other serum that I wanted to recommend that's a little bit more expensive is the Timeless B5 Hydration Serum. So this serum is really, really hydrating and really, really soothing. I love using this underneath my sunscreen in the morning and even at night, just to add, like I said, just a little extra boost of hydration into my routine. What I really like about this is that it doesn't leave my skin looking shiny, or it doesn't leave a residue. It doesn't feel sticky. It just absorbs really beautifully into the skin. So if you're really picky with your hydrating serums and you find them to be either too sticky or too goopy, or they leave a shiny residue, try this one. This is really, really nice. So like the name suggests, this does have vitamin B5 in the form of calcium pantothenate, and this also does have hyaluronic acid in it. As with all my other videos, I will of course link everything down below in the info box, and for this particular video, I will put the price points of each product in the info box next to the name, just so you know how much each one costs. For sunscreen, there's only one sunscreen that really stands out to me as something that would be perfect for someone with dry skin, because this is truly the most elegantly formulated sunscreen I've ever tried for someone with dry skin. This truly feels like a moisturizer. It does not feel like a sunscreen. It leaves no white cast on me, which is really great because when you have a sunscreen that leaves a white cast on you, you're a lot less likely to apply enough sunscreen. So because this contains more sophisticated organic sunscreen filters like Tinosorb S, you're less likely to experience a white cast, and therefore because you're not experiencing that white cast, you're not going to be inclined to under apply. I discovered this in 2018 and it's now 2020, so that's 2 years of consistently using this all the time, and I really, really stand by it. Now this is a chemical or organic sunscreen filter based product. If you're looking for a mineral based sunscreen product, my OG favorite is the Josie Maran SPF 47. I talked about that sunscreen non-stop when I was in college. It is really just the most beautiful, hydrating, moisturizing, dewy sunscreen that surprisingly doesn't leave a white cast, despite the fact that it does have mineral sunscreen filters in it. It's quite pricey, which is why I didn't include it in this video, but if you're looking for an inorganic sunscreen filter product, the Josie Maran SPF 47 is amazing for dry skin. So for your nighttime routine, you're gonna start with taking off your makeup, taking off your sunscreen, especially if you're using a mineral sunscreen, and those can be very hard to wash off with just a normal cleanser. So you're definitely gonna wanna go in with something like the Inkey List Oat Cleansing Balm. This is like an oil-based balm cleanser, which really helps to really break down and melt away all those products that are on your skin. This is super, super affordable. I think it's like $10 and you get this giant tube. What I like about this a lot is that it's formulated with very moisturizing ingredients. So oat is one of them. Oat is a really, really great moisturizing, very soothing ingredient. I did talk about this product in my oily skin skincare routine video. I do think that there are more fun alternatives out there, like the Pharmacy Green Clean Cleansing Balm. I think that one is just a lot more fun to use texturally and in terms of the experience. But if you're looking for a great affordable cleansing balm that'll do the trick just fine, this is a great one to check out. Now for your evening cleanser, there's really no need to go in with anything special. So I do recommend just going in with the same morning cleanser that you did. So for this skincare routine, I am recommending the Rose & Skincare Super Smoothie Cleanser. Now there are like a number of different actives that you can use on your skin, but for this particular routine, for just like a very simple, basic, dry skin routine, I do think that incorporating a more alpha hydroxy acid based toner into your routine at nighttime can be really, really effective for both hydrating and exfoliating the skin. I went back and forth on many different AHAs because I do think I've tried a lot, but I still think that the best one in my opinion is the Crave Beauty Hallelujah. So I actually don't have it with me because it is something that I had finished in the past, so I don't have the bottle with me because I don't hang on to empty bottles. Now that I've used an entire bottle of it, I really do want to repurchase it again at some point after I finish my other acid toners, because Crave Beauty's Hallelujah is just supreme. Even though it's a little bit more expensive than drugstore or like the Ordinary or the Inkey List acid toners, I think that it has a superior ingredients list because not only does it contain the 5.25% glycolic acid, it also contains a lot of really hydrating, really soothing, a lot of antioxidants in it. So it's not just a one-note product. And when you're trying to craft an affordable routine, you really do want to look for multitasking products that will not only exfoliate but also hydrate and soothe the skin. I do think that the Crave Beauty Hallelujah is a great beginner acid because it's a lower percentage of glycolic acid at only 5.25%. I have seen acids go up to like 10%, 15% even-ish, but for 5.25%, I think that's a great starting point if you're new to AHAs. But like I said, I finished an entire bottle of it and I really, really loved it. I was very loyal to it. I think it was the only acid toner that I used for the entire duration that I owned the product. For moisturizer, a really great, really moisturizing, kind of like emollient, sort of slightly occlusive moisturizer is the Good Molecule silicone-free priming moisturizer. As you can see, I am almost done with it, which I'm really excited about because I love finishing products. I think it's just so satisfying. But I'm actually kind of sad to be finishing this because this is such a great staple moisturizer. Has no fuss, no frills, no extra BS in it. It's just perfect. It has ingredients like shea butter, macadamia seed oil, and plant-derived silicone to really kind of moisturize the skin and prevent transepidermal water loss. I really enjoyed using this, and I also really enjoy how it comes in a pump packaging. I think this is the most sanitary way to have products and really preserve the integrity of the products. It's very affordable. It's only $14 and the size is huge. I've had this since either January or February and I've really enjoyed it. And then lastly, it wouldn't be a dry skin skincare routine without having an oil in it. And I'm gonna actually choose the same oil that I included in the oily skin routine, and that is the Good Molecules Pure Cold Pressed Rosehip Seed Oil. Now, I know that a lot of people recommend rosehip seed oil to people with oily skin, and for good reason, because rosehip seed oil does contain something called linoleic acid, and linoleic acid is really great for oily skin because generally people who have oily skin, their sebum is lacking in linoleic acid and is higher in oleic acid. And a lack of linoleic acid in your sebum can actually help contribute to acne. So because linoleic acid is so lightweight, a lot of times people with oily skin gravitate towards oils like rosehip seed oil that are higher in linoleic acid. But I do think that people who have dry skin can also benefit from using a really nice lightweight oil like this one. Texturally, I prefer it to more thick, rich oils like say argan oil, for example. I do prefer the feel of rosehip seed oil because it's just a lot more lightweight. It sinks into the skin and it just feels a little less goopy and a little less rich. If you are looking for a more rich, thicker oil, the Good Molecules Ultra Moisturizing Facial Oil, I think that's what it's called, is also really, really nice. I do have that one, but I just prefer rosehip seed oil. So the benefit to using an oil, not only does it supply really great ingredients to the skin like linoleic acid, which is a type of fatty acid, but it also helps to prevent transepidermal water loss. And especially if you have dry, dehydrated skin, transepidermal water loss can be something that you really struggle with. So by incorporating a more occlusive sort of oil to your routine, you're essentially preventing transepidermal water loss from occurring. So that was just like a very basic skincare routine. Obviously you can add way more to it, but for $100, I do think that this pretty much covers your bases in terms of hydrating, moisturizing, protecting your skin, and also exfoliating your skin. I do think that this is a really great place to start. So now we're gonna do a very quick ingredients evaluation of a product that you guys suggested in the comments of my last video. So today's ingredients evaluation is going to be the Weleda Skin Food. I don't know if it's Weleda, I don't know. But honestly, looking at this, I think I like it. It has ingredients like sunflower seed oil, lanolin, which is a really rich emollient sort of ingredient, very occlusive, sweet almond oil, it has beeswax, it has, you know, a bunch of like plant extracts in it like rosemary, chamomile, calendula. I see cholesterol in here as well. Honestly, the fact that it has so many rich emollient occlusive ingredients in it, I think really speaks to how, you know, protective this sort of product will be for really dry, damaged skin. I do love myself a really rich moisturizer in the winter time. Obviously right now when it's like 100 degrees outside, it doesn't really make sense to use such a rich, thick, occlusive cream on my skin, but I definitely know that when the weather gets very cold and very dry, I do find myself reaching for very thick, very rich, very heavy sort of creams like this one. And honestly, I've heard really, really good things about this product. I do think it's quite a popular product, correct me if I'm wrong, but I do think that I could potentially be open to trying this because it just looks like it's going to be super rich and super yummy and super nourishing for the skin. So if you're curious about a skincare product and you want to hear my first impressions on what I think of the product and whether or not I would personally buy it, then comment down below with whatever product you're curious about. But that's it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching and spending this time with me. Have a beautiful week and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!